So the last thing I'm going to touch on before I leave you is to talk about, I touched on this briefly, to talk about the importance of local banking. And we have multiple ways that we can define a local economy. But the reality is you need to have local decision-making in the lending space. Side by side, looking at the state of Arizona versus Colorado, do not do as we do in Arizona. At our worst, we had 96% of our money deposited in non-local banks with no local decision-making. We had 76% of that money just in Chase, Wells Fargo, and B of A. 76% of our money. So that money was invested far, far away from Arizona. We did a study looking at the last downturn. We picked the years 2009 and 10. Those three banks, you're going to think that I'm making this up. This won't even sound real. Those three banks combined completed 18 loans in my state. Think about that. They have 76% of our total money. Billions invested somewhere far away. We essentially said, go ahead and take our money and invest it elsewhere. We're not worthy. We said that. And we're just now waking up to the fact, I will tell you that Local First Arizona has been pushing hard. We only have 13 community banks left in our state. Texas has over 500. We have 13. And we've been able to get them to increase their market share 4% in just 3 years. Now, granted, Wells Fargo did some of our work for us. But it's important that we know where our money is. There's a big disconnect. Many of us think we want to be environmentally friendly, okay? We might drive a Prius. We might recycle. But if our money is invested in companies that are not sharing our values, then it is all for naught. We have to get our money into institutions that are chartered locally, that are going to lend locally in our state to get that money recirculating and growing our local economy. So when I went to Denver, I asked everybody down there, who funded this project? Who funded this project? Who funded this project? And time and again, it was First Bank, First Bank, First Bank. They are rooted in Denver, and they are invested heavily in Denver. And we all need to be thinking about that, okay? So on the one hand, you know, with our environmental sensibilities, we may be saying what we want in our community is more community gardens. What big banks are hearing is, you want more Olive Gardens, right? We need to be having a conversation that makes sure that our money is sitting in institutions that are values aligned.